Episode 3394, Physical Connection Matters.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. How's your weekend going? Well, can I be frank with you? Oh, yes, it is graduation day, and that means a lot is happening. There are so many moving parts. We have family and friends coming in, and it's magnificent, but man, things can get a little bit crazy. So take a deep breath. I want you to think about the one you love, the one you're sleeping next to. Physical connection matters. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you'll want to head over to createyournow.com, where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, Inspiring Connection and Community. Well, before we get into some real deep, heavy talk here, just want to give a big shout out to all of our graduates. You may have some that are graduating in your own family. Maybe you have some friends. Graduation is a big deal no matter the age. And I know for us, we're on our third graduation in less than 7 days. So deep breath for us. We're going to get through this next one, and maybe I can get some sleep, maybe a little bit longer. But to that, congratulations, graduates. We're excited for you. We're praying for your future and what it holds, for what God has in store for you. So, when we look at relationship building, the focus here is on marriage. Now, you can take some of this, obviously, and apply it to other relationships that you have. But I want you to think about something specific today. And this is probably going to turn your head a little bit. So yes, I'm doing this on purpose because I want it to turn your head. Because I believe we are suffering right now as a society. Because in a world where screens often steal our attention, remember to look up at the one you love to truly connect and cherish the moments that matter most. Physical connection matters. My friend, we're in this crazy digital technology age where social media has become an integral part of our daily lives, impacting various aspects, especially our marriages. Do you even know what your spouse wore yesterday, let alone today? I mean, maybe you've seen him today, and you're like, oh yeah, he looks really handsome in his purple shirt with his little cut-off blue jeans. Okay, what if he wasn't wearing cut-off blue jeans? What if they were cut off shorts? Oh, but that's the same thing. No. We have a hard time being specific with our spouses and what they wear, how they act, how we treat each other, how we show up, because we're not engaged. We are more engaged with our social platforms. And what that does is it draws us away from each other. And they say social media platforms are a good thing. It connects us. Well, does it really? I'm here to tell you physical connection matters. Now, I'm not talking about that physical connection, wink, wink. Yes, intimacy is very important, but remember, there's a lot of different levels of intimacy. And today, I want it to be that intimacy where your heart connects. Let's go back a few years, okay, maybe decades. When you first saw your now spouse, or maybe you're just dating someone right now, when you saw your love of your life across the room, maybe down a parking lot, at the grocery store, wherever it was, maybe it was across the hall at work. As you glance over, you made a connection. Now, some people may say, no, Christiane, it is a technology age. And you know what? We actually met online. Yes, that is true. But you still had a first time when you came together. I guarantee you that connection, when you saw each other, is and will always be greater than the connection you can ever have typing a text. But the problem is we are putting too much weight in our texting. We're putting too much weight in our digital age technology, which is great if you want to connect with family and friends across the globe because they don't live down the street or they're 2 states over. I get that. But let me tell you, if social media is becoming a wedge between you and your spouse, you have a problem. Now, you're probably like, Christiane, I really don't have a problem. Do you? Let's check. Let's just do kind of this little quick self-examination. Number one, when you have nothing to do at home, okay, nothing to do, the day's over, dinner's done, and all of that, what are you doing? Think about that. At any point in time, are you picking up the phone to look at it, to scroll? Maybe it's your tablet. Is any point of your evening where you have nothing to do taken and consumed by technology? What about when you're going through your everyday, throughout the day? Do you have your phone in hand? Because you see, when I work with various clients, they come to me and they're like, gosh, I just don't know. We're just not communicating very well. And I wonder why. You cannot say everything via text. You cannot. I don't care what kind of emojis, how they dance, how they spin, what kind of GIF or GIF, whatever you want to call it. No, 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 and no. Physical connection matters. And you have to figure out how to connect before you create more misunderstandings and rifts in your marriage. Find the balance to maintain the healthy marriage by how you handle social media and find a way back to each other. That is your kiss to keep it simple strategy. Find a balance. Now, this isn't going to come easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. It takes work. And a lot of times people don't want to do the work. They're kind of lazy. They make things up. They're like, yeah, this isn't going to work for me. Or yeah, it sounds good, and they pretend they want to do it, but then they don't really do it. If you're working on your marriage, you have a full-time job amongst everything else in your life. So I want us to look at 3 ways we can find a balance when it comes to social media platforms. And I'm not saying they're all bad. There's some good things about them, right? Connecting with the family and friends across the globe, that's fabulous. Sometimes it's making new friends, but let me tell you, the friendships and the love and the deeper connection is not made via a text. Because I'm here to tell you right now, if you haven't figured it out already, a text can lie. And it has no emotions attached to it. It has nothing that holds it accountable. They're letters strung together to make sentences and paragraphs. At a point in time says hello, and then there's the statement, whatever it is. But so many times we take these texts as if, oh my gosh, can you believe this? Would it be the same if you said it in person? Think about that before you jump. Because I'm here to tell you what you say in a text and how you say it via text is different than when you say it in person. Let alone even just talking on the phone. But in person, that's the physical connection that matters. So how does it look in real life to find that balance when you're trying to juggle social media? Because it is a good thing, but it can be so negative also. Well, number one, you got to set boundaries. And setting boundaries is crucial when it comes to navigating social media within a marriage. Establishing guidelines together is key, and it can help prevent potential issues from arising. Dr. John Gottman, a marriage expert, says transparency and open communication are key in setting healthy boundaries around social media use in a marriage. Ensuring both partners are on the same page can help prevent misunderstandings. Some people don't agree with this, and this is something that you have to take into account. So I'm throwing it out there. Remember, I'm not the one who's going to tell you how to live your life. But I do want to have you think deeper than just, oh, I'm just doing this. Because too many people are just doing this. And if you're just doing this, you're not really getting out of life what you can. So when it comes to setting boundaries, do you know your spouse's password to their computer, to their tablet, to their phone? Seriously. Because if you do not, and he or she doesn't know yours, do you think there's a trust issue there? Now, I'm not going to go into it right now because we could be here forever, but that is a very big question, because let me tell you what happens on social media. There are no boundaries. It's temptation all the way. Social media ruins marriages. Not completely, if you can actually set boundaries, but those boundaries come at a cost. And you have to have a trust with your partner. And if that's not there, it's very hard to set boundaries. So really think about what you're doing in your marriage. Are you doing anything? Maybe you're just like, no, we're kind of a free-for-all. Okay, how's that working for you? Oh, it's working great right now. Great. Give it another 2 or 3 more years. Something's going to happen. Don't get too comfortable. Find the balance where you know physical connection matters. And then number 2, spending quality time together without distractions of social media is another significant step that you can take to strengthen your bond. And here's spending quality time. If you're on your phone, that's not quality time. Unless there's blood or a flood, that phone should not be in your hand. Now, if you have young ones and you're going out for the first time and you've got a new babysitter at home, okay, I get seeing that. And every once in a while, but man, you have got to stay focused. The one you love is right in front of you, but you're missing what counts. Dr. Sue Johnson, a psychologist specializing in couples therapy, notes unplugging from social media and focusing on each other fosters deeper emotional connections and intimacy within a marriage. You got to get off your phone. Stop looking at the reels. Stop putting it up to your ear. You don't need another meme. Seriously. You don't need to be on Facebook Marketplace. It might be fun, but you are destroying your marriage with one scroll at a time. When you have tech-free moments, I promise you it's going to allow you as a couple to nurture your relationship without external interferences. If you are looking at everybody else's stuff, you are missing your own. Take that one to the bank. And finally, number 3, expressing appreciation and love offline is equally important in reinforcing the marital relationship. Do you really appreciate your spouse? I'm going to be honest with you. There are many times I know personally my spouse has not felt appreciated by me, even though I feel like I was definitely very grateful. Now, during that time in our life, that was something that I had to learn. What was it that fed him? Dr. Gary Chapman, author of The 5 Love Languages, suggests regularly affirming your partner's worth and expressing love through words and actions can help mitigate the negative effects of social media on marriage. Meaning, pay attention. That's what it means. Say thank you. Thank you for working so hard for our family. Thank you for working hard for me. Thank you for what you do. And you don't say it just in a paragraph and then you're done. But a lot of times we are just sitting here and we think it's coming out of our mouths or we think we're showing it, but we really don't stop long enough to say, you know what? Am I taking the time to show affection and gratitude towards my spouse? Because if you are, it can build a strong foundation of trust and understanding within the relationship. Remember, the trust, right? It goes back to what? Everything. Trust is the thread that bonds you together. But you have to be one who says, okay, I need to show up like this more often. If you're sitting in your chair listening to reels after dinner, numbing out, you are wasting your life. Now, I know that sounds harsh, but I'm saying that in regards to your marriage. Now, if you both are doing it and you both are having your time, great. It might be technology couple time, right? So that's fabulous. However, make sure that is clear because otherwise you are missing some very special moments with your spouse. mean, when was the last time you looked into your spouse's eyes? Seriously, think about that. Because that, my friend, is a good indication whether or not you are physically connected. If you haven't looked in your spouse's eyes and you can't actually name it, and I can tell you right now, at the time I'm recording this, my husband came home from work, walked in, and I was holding my granddaughter, and he acknowledged her, and I looked right at him and said, "Welcome home, babe." And so he came and picked up and held his granddaughter, and it was great, right? No, did we share a kiss? Did he, caress my back, or did he ask me anything? No, it was eye-to-eye contact. It was the connection. It was the bond. It was this thread of, I see you. Thanks for showing up. I hear you. But a lot of times, we're just going through the motions. We really, honestly don't care because we're just going through the motions. You have got to take the time to show affection. You've got to take the time to love offline. Because let me tell you, if you don't know how to love offline and you're in search of something, you may find it in situations that you never thought you would. You're like, I would never be that person. Really think about it. And I know I'm laying a lot out here, but let me tell you, our families are hurting. And if we don't have a strong relationship with our spouse, that's where the breakdown begins first. I know it all too well. So as you begin to navigate the digital landscape, let's remember that while social media can enhance our lives, it is essential to prioritize our relationships above virtual connections. Put the phone, the technology, the tablets down. And when you establish those boundaries, spend quality time together, and express that love offline, you can then safeguard your marriage a little bit better from the potential of pitfalls of social media. I know you want to be on it. I know you have this fear of missing out. It's called FOMO. Don't have it anymore. Your marriage matters more. Go in peace. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit CreateYourNow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.